if you were to say what should happen next, there's yet another committee. What should happen next? Many reports have been written on this issue. अब इस पे
Yeah,
आगे क्या होना चाहिए?
मैं बताता हूँ. You know, why the reasons, the three reasons which were given for simultaneous election: a lot of kharcha, then the normal activity of the government comes to a standstill. So, if I give you alternative routes to achieve that, now one is from 60,000 crore, I can bring it down to 5,000 crores, and my solution is 1 minute solution for the government. There is a ceiling on the expenditure of every candidate for Lok Sabha and Vidhan Sabha.
Yeah.
You can't spend more than say 80 lakhs for Lok Sabha, some whatever is the figure. But the party can spend 8 crores, 80 crores. No, that makes a mockery of the ceiling, the concept of ceiling. Put a ceiling as we have in UK. Just put a ceiling on a political party expenditure and it comes down drastically to 4,000. So your expenditure demand is taken care of. Secondly, everything comes to a standstill is a wrong allegation. I have questioned it all the time. Why? What does, if you just read the model code, Barkha, you yourself, and please do a program on model code. All it says that no new schemes will be introduced. No new programs, all old programs will continue. And in case of emergency, like earthquake or any disaster, even a new program can be undertaken with the permission of the Election Commission, or even without that. So, therefore, nothing comes to a standstill. And why is it that all the bright ideas for new schemes which get interrupted because of the model code, they come to the mind of the politicians only 4 years, 11 months after they have been in power? Only 2 weeks before the election, they think of bright scheme, and then they blame the Election Commission and the model code that the Election Commission is not allowing this to happen. The work has come to a standstill. Nothing comes to a standstill. And finally, one solution. The only reason that the elections are extended over 2.5 to 3 months, that is because to save lives. And every political party demands that we bring paramilitary forces from outside the state. Their number is limited. So we have to see how many sensitive booths, hypersensitive booths, and to secure them, we need paramilitary forces. And if they are not enough, so we rotate from one phase to the other, to the second, to the third. If we can get paramilitary forces in adequate numbers upfront in the first place, from 7 phases, we can bring it down to 1 phase. I guarantee election can be completed in 33 days, not 2.5 months. So look at that. Why is it not being even discussed?
So you are saying in conclusion that there are the three reasons given to hold simultaneous polls. All three have an alternative. And let me sum up those alternatives. One, cap political spending. Cap political spending. 2, you disagree that the model code of conduct brings governance and administrative decision making to a standstill, and in special circumstances there are enough provisions for the government to step in. You also question why decisions are announced only so close to the polls, and the last is that if there were enough paramilitary forces allocated, then the time taken to hold elections could significantly come down. In conclusion, there are 3 easy alternatives to the holding of simultaneous elections if the political intent is there.
Yes, correct. In fact, Barkha, let me finish on that. The only 3 parties are affected by prolonged elections. Election Commission itself, because wherever the election, if it may be in one district or somewhere, Election Commission is as involved, and the political party is top brass, and you, the media. Now, for you are enjoying it, the repeated elections, are you not? You'll go out of business if there are no elections. So therefore, who is complaining? Not the voter. Now, if election is happening in Delhi or in Ghaziabad, is your life affected? My life is affected as an election commission. Yours is not. You would not even know that election is happening next door. To say that, yes, of course, the election is happening somewhere or the other. But how is it bothering everybody? It is only confined to the area where the election is being held. It is only involve the political parties, but their job is election. So they cannot look down upon election as contempt, because that is their job.
Very interesting. You have given 3 very easy to implement alternatives, certainly easier than to implement the one nation, one poll, which is a very complex issue. And let's take these 3 points into the public domain and get reactions to what you've said. Thank you, S.Y. Quraishi.